All right, my home studio engineers, it's time for me to bring up something that might ruffle some feathers. Some of you are just mean. All right, with that out of the way, if you've never seen my channel before, I'm Joel from the Home Recording Network, and I make videos showing you how to take tracks you've recorded at your house and turn them into songs that match up to the quality of your favorite bands and artists, because that's what I've been doing for the last 15 years. But today I'm switching things up a bit and speaking about a topic that I've wanted to discuss for quite a while. And that topic is about our community itself that seems to be riddled with know-it-alls, jerks, and people that just go out of their way to prove to others that they know more about audio engineering. I am personally a member of a lot of Facebook home recording groups, and as soon as I got involved in these, I was shocked at some of the conversations and comments in these groups. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good and a lot of helpful people in these groups as well. But for some reason, the negative engineers in these groups always catch my eye. Now, I do have examples of some of these comments and conversations, as well as a solution that I'm trying to grow at the end of this video. But if what I'm saying resonates with you, be sure to give me a like and subscribe so that you can help me grow the Home Recording Network so that I can reach even more engineers that need help just like you. Now, I did take some screenshots of some of the rude comments I've seen, but just as an example, someone might post a picture like this. Someone who is maybe just getting started in audio and is excited to show their setup, start making art and learning. We have all been there, and it's really such an amazing time in our lives. This should be a time where the community comes in to pump this person up and says things like, congrats, or looks great, or just anything positive or encouraging. But instead, whenever I see a post like this, I see engineers bashing things like their equipment, their monitor placement, the placement of their desk, or anything that is technically wrong with their setup. So to any of you out there whose minds automatically go to commenting something to show off your knowledge, let me tell you something that you probably already know. These beginners will learn this stuff in due time. I know this because I was once in their position, and so were you. Learning is simply part of the journey, and these people are going to grow just like you did. So let them. If these beginners are just excited to show off their setup, just be happy for them and encourage them, unless they specifically ask a question. Now, a lot of us have been doing this stuff for a while, and we all have a little bit of that know-it-all attitude inside of us. This was me years ago, but at a certain point, I realized that all it was jealousy that there were people out there that knew more than me. Once you stop trying to prove that you know more than others, you can remain teachable and start helping other engineers instead of putting them down. Now, here's a post from someone who clearly does not speak English as their first language. He asks, how much do I need to produce an audio? Now, anyone with half a brain can see or realize that he's trying to ask how much he needs to get into audio production. But instead, he got eaten alive in the comments for his English. One person even wrote, first off, dude, you're broke. Once you actually save some money, then you can talk about it. I mean, this is a person with a dream of getting into audio. We should be embracing this person and not heckling them. Some of the other comments were just atrocious as well, and I'll put them on the screen here. But it was nice to see some people sticking up for this person, like this guy Michael here, who said, none of you so-called producers in this group want to help the less fortunate. So props to this guy. I mean, he's totally got it right. We should definitely be focused on helping this person instead of talking about, the way he speaks English or how much money he has. So here's another picture of someone posting their setup, and it looks great, right? Well, this other dude actually commented and posted basically the scientific reason why your monitor should be upright instead of laying on their sides. Well, I got news for you, bud. Placing your monitors upright instead of on their sides isn't gonna make your mixes magically better or anything like that. And also, no one asked you. And also, I've seen pros out there with their monitors sideways. I know this is technically incorrect, but let's just face it, it looks sweet. I also saw someone post a picture of a session they were in just a beautiful space. And one of the first comments was, "I want ear candy, not eye candy," meaning they didn't care about the look of the space. It just didn't need to be said. Jealous much? Can we see a picture of this guy's space that he's working in? Probably not. It's probably not as nice as the space in the picture. Here's another picture that someone posted, someone who's excited and proud of their setup. One of the first comments, "Get acoustic panels." How about let's not tell others what they must do? Before I moved into my current studio that I have now, I was working out of a dingy basement setup. It wasn't pretty, and basically everything was set up incorrectly if you were to ask an expert. But the great thing about audio is that it's art, and there is really no wrong way to do things. My basement recordings were still awesome, and when people would listen to them, they couldn't tell that they came out of a basement. In my opinion, there is no incorrect environment to record or mix in. How about this guy's setup where he had a window installed? Looks awesome, right? Well, this person didn't think so, and he commented, "Can someone mention how his window isn't slanted, and not only his vocals, but his sounds from the control room will be bouncing off the glass?" And then he even said, "Sorry, had to be the one guy to comment." So this guy knows he's being a jerk. This guy obviously spent money to have this window installed, and now you're basically telling him he wasted his money. It's just not helpful at all. And guys, I checked out this commenter's page, and let me tell you something. Nobody should be taking musical or production advice from this guy. What about this guy's setup that he posted about with this view of downtown Atlanta, and just look at that ceiling? Amazing, right? Well, instantly someone had to let him know that it just wasn't good enough. There were comments about the glass causing issues with low end. And first of all, glass can actually be good for letting low end escape, but that is completely beside the point. I would much rather have this view from my studio than be worried about perfect acoustic treatment. I mean, it's awesome. I would really love to see these know-it-all setups and spaces, but they would never post it because they're too afraid to get torn apart. Ironic, right? Anyways, let me tell you what I've noticed in these home recording groups. If someone posts some audio or something they've mixed, some sort of music that they've worked on, the post gets a little to no engagement. But if there's a chance to rip someone apart or show that you know more than somebody, the comments just get flooded. I mean, don't you guys see the issue here? The next time you see a post and you have that urge to comment something mean or say something to prove that you know more than someone, just keep scrolling, man, because if you're not encouraging or trying to help someone, you're just wasting people's time. Let's just be nicer to our community and put our egos aside for a little bit so we can try and do some good. Now, I'm certainly not talking about everyone because I do see a lot of positive and amazing individuals in these groups. But sometimes these jerks just stand out, and it's time for them to seriously change their mindset. Now, what are we going to do about this, right? Well, I certainly can't change the world on my own, and I need your help. So recently I started a group with the goal of creating a safe space for like-minded individuals of our community to talk. My hope is to grow this group, but keep everything positive by just simply booting out all the naysayers and negative people who like to trash talk or comment negatively. And as this group grows, I will ask for additional admin help so that we can keep this community positive and helpful. So if you want to grow this thing with me, make sure and join the group. You can find the link in the description. It's obviously free to join, and we accept all members, anybody from, beginner to expert. So I've said my piece. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sure this won't change the world or even our community, but at least we're trying, right? That's it, guys. Happy mixing. Hey guys, if you like this video, be sure to download your free Ultimate Home Studio Mix Guide with your go-to EQ and compression settings for all your tracks. And also be sure to register for my free online mix training that I hold a couple times a week so that you can learn how to make radio quality music from your home without breaking the bank.